So as part of the analyze budget question, you need to be able to balance the accounts. Now the balance is basically the difference between the debit side and the credit side. So let's say, for example, this green area here. We've got 15 on the debit side and we've got 10 on the credit side. Now the balance is the difference between the two of them. So the difference between the debit side and the credit side, we're going to take 10, take it away from 15, and we're going to get 5. So basically what you want for your balance is you want to have the same figure on the both sides. So if you look at this up here, add up the debit side and record the figure. So if we add up the debit side, now we're going to record the figure just off the account because we don't have to fill in the account yet. So we're going to just take these away. So we want 15. So if we add up the debit side, we're going to get 15. If we add up the credit side, we're going to get 10. And take the lower of the two figures away from each other, this will give you a balanced figure. So we take 10 away from 15, we're going to put the balanced figure in here. So put the balanced figure on the lower side, so 10 is the lower side. And what we're going to do is we're going to add the figure on this side, so it gives you the same figure that's on the debit side. So if we add 10 and 5 together, we're going to get 15. And we've got 15, so we know that this 5 is our balanced figure. Now this balanced figure will be the CD or carry down figure, and it's brought down to the next period. So it's going to be balance, carry down. I'm going to carry down on the opposite side, so it's going to be the first or the second. It's going to be balance, brought down, and it's going to be 5. Okay, so you're going to add up the debit side to get 15, add up the credit side to get 10. Take the smaller away from the highest, we're going to get 5. That figure is your balance figure. We're going to add them up to make sure that both sides are the same and on the same line. So this 5 is our balance figure carried down and it's brought down then to the next period. So we have a look at this example here. So what we're going to do is we're going to do exactly what it says there. We're going to add up the debit side, add up the credit side. So we have a look at this here. So the debit side is 750 plus 140 plus 55 plus 750 again. So our debit side is 1,695. Now I'm going to add up the credit side. So 110 plus 800 plus 130 plus 50. That's going to give us 1,090. So this is the money that's come into account. Remember, the debit is money that's coming into account. So we have 1,695 coming into the account. Your credit is money going out of the account, or what we're spending on. So we only spent 1,090. So you can spend all our money. So what's the difference, or what's left over? Remember, the balance is the difference between the two sides. So we're going to take 1,695 and we're going to take 1,090 away from it. So the balance figure tells us that it's 605. So just going to make sure that that's correct. So we're going to add up the credit side. So 110 plus 800 plus 130 plus 50 plus 605, and it's correct. So we always put the bigger figure, just put it up there where the line and the double line is, and then the balance figure to make sure they're on the same line. So we know it's correct. So that's the carry down figure, CD carry down, and it's carried down then to the next period, 605. So we added up the debit side, we added up the credit side, we took one away from the other to see what the difference is. That difference is our balance. So we tot them up to make sure that both sides are the same. And then that's your carry down figure down to the next one. So let's have a look and see when the balance is on the other side. So same again. You're going to add up the debit side. So 500 plus 280 plus 500. So the money coming into our account on the debit side is 1,280. Let's see what's on the credit side. So how much are we spending? So 150 plus 1,000 plus 250 plus 60. So we are spending 1,460. So we're spending too much. So let's find out what the difference is. So the difference, we're going to take the lower away from the highest. So in here, because we know the balance is on the debit side, so it's 1,460 minus 1,280. So the balance, the amount that we have that we overspent by is 180. So let's check. So we're going to add up 500 plus 280 plus 500 plus 180. And that gives us 1,460. So we know the two sides are correct, they're balanced. And then this 180 is our carry down figure, and it's brought down then to the next month. So remember, you're going to add up the debit side, add up the credit side to see how much money is going in, see how much money is going out. The difference of the two then goes on the smaller side. So on this side here, the smaller side was 605. This side is 180. So, and then we bring it down then to the next period. And that's how you balance your accounts for the analyzed cash flow.